Tackling codependency, therapeutic approaches for relationships with self-destructive individuals. Integrating expert advice and therapy, insights to heal and empower codependency in relationships, especially those involving self-destructive behaviors, poses unique challenges that require comprehensive therapeutic interventions. This condition extends beyond mere over-involvement in a partner's issues. It involves a chronic neglect of one's own needs to the point of having one's emotional identity significantly tied to the behavior of one's partner. This detailed article explores various therapeutic approaches to addressing codependency, featuring insights from leading experts in psychology and therapy. It also delineates the differences in therapeutic needs when dealing with partners involved in minor acts of rebellion versus those engaged in serious criminal activities, providing a nuanced perspective tailored to the severity of the behaviors. Understanding codependency in-depth characteristics and consequences. Loss of self in the other. Individuals in codependent relationships often lose their sense of self as they cater excessively to the needs of a partner who may be battling addictions, mental health issues, or engaging in criminal behavior. Enabling behavior, a hallmark of codependency, is enabling, where the codependent partner inadvertently facilitates the continuation of harmful behaviors by shielding the partner from consequences or by providing resources that sustain the behavior. Emotional repercussions. The emotional toll on codependence can include depression, anxiety, and an array of stress-related physical symptoms due to the constant chaos and instability in the relationship. Therapeutic approaches to codependency. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, identifying cognitive distortions. CBT helps codependents recognize and challenge the distorted thinking patterns that perpetuate their behaviors, such as, I must be needed to be loved, or their happiness is my responsibility. Behavioral adjustments. Through CBT, individuals learn to modify enabling behaviors and establish healthier interaction patterns within their relationships. Expert insight. Dr. Emma Clarkson, a clinical psychologist specializing in relational therapy, suggests CBT is particularly effective for teaching codependents to recognize the difference between supportive and enabling behaviors, empowering them to make healthier choices. Dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, emotional regulation. DBT provides tools for better managing emotions and reducing impulsivity, which is crucial for codependents who often act out of emotional desperation. Mindfulness practices. These practices help individuals stay present and grounded, improving their ability to make decisions based on rational thought rather than emotional impulses. Expert insight, DBT's emphasis on mindfulness and emotional regulation can be transformative for codependents, helping them detach from the emotional intensity that often governs their relationships. Notes Dr. Sarah Benton, a therapist and author on codependency. Narrative therapy, reframing the narrative. This therapeutic approach encourages individuals to separate themselves from their issues, viewing them as external rather than intrinsic to their identity. It helps codependents rewrite their life stories from a perspective of empowerment rather than victimhood. Expert insight, Dr. Jason Martinez, a narrative therapist, explains, by reauthoring their narratives, codependents can visualize a life where they are not defined by their relationship, but by their own values and desires. Group therapy and support groups, shared experiences, engaging with others who face similar challenges can validate a codependent's experiences and reduce feelings of isolation. Collective wisdom, group settings can also provide a diverse array of coping strategies and the encouragement to apply them in daily life. Expert insight, according to Lisa Rodriguez, LMFT, support groups like Codependence Anonymous, CODA, provide a robust framework for recovery, offering both peer support and structured guidance in managing codependency. Differentiating therapeutic needs, minor acts of rebellion, therapeutic focus. For partners engaged in minor rebellious acts, e.g., occasional substance use without addiction, therapy might center on communication improvements and boundary setting rather than more intensive psychological interventions. Preventative strategies, early therapeutic engagement can help prevent the escalation of these behaviors and support the non-addict partner in maintaining a healthy perspective on the relationship. Serious criminal behavior, intensive therapy requirements. Relationships involving serious crimes necessitate a more comprehensive therapeutic approach, focusing on safety planning, trauma recovery, and possibly legal consultation. Holistic support systems. Therapy for these situations often requires the integration of multiple professionals, including psychologists, social workers, and legal advisors, to address the complex needs arising from such relationships. Conclusion: codependency in relationships with self-destructive individuals requires targeted therapeutic interventions that not only address the symptoms but also the underlying emotional and cognitive patterns that sustain these dynamics. Whether dealing with minor acts of rebellion or serious criminal activities, the therapeutic approaches discussed can provide significant relief and a path towards a healthier, more autonomous life. Through expert advice and tailored therapy insights,